Cloverleaf Tavern was established in 1933. Grandfather borrowed $1,000 from his uncle to purchase two buildings. One building had a bakery and the other side was a fruit stand. The bakery had a logo of a shamrock, so he named the bar Cloverleaf Tavern.
Well, I took it over in '72, and my dad opened it up in '33. It was the first license in town after Prohibition. And when I took it over in '72, it was pretty much the same way. It hadn't changed much. My grandfather, his name was George. He was 63 when I took it over. And that was in May of '72. It was just about out of business. There was little or no business here. He wasn't working at the time. It was just two employees, myself and my grandmother's cousin, who was 82. I just really couldn't stand the solid bar business. It was just too boring for me. So that's when I decided to develop the food side of it.
Well, the first menu at the Cloverleaf Tavern wasn't introduced until 1976, when the first kitchen was added. At that time, my father basically put a sheet of paper on a typewriter and typed out what he thought would be a nice selection of menu items.
Hamburger, hot dog, and about half a dozen sandwiches, that. Homemade coleslaw, French fries. It was quite a basic menu, but it was a good value for the time, and it went well.
After about a year of being in business, one of the servers who was working here, and there weren't that many, decided that it was probably a better idea to make that menu look a little bit nicer than just a typed sheet of paper. She developed what would become our first menu. That menu was all hand-drawn. It was 1977, I believe, that menu was created. She designed what would become our logo moving forward.
I believe it was 1940. My father made a bet with another one of his customers that came in here years ago, and the loser had to push the winner down Bloomfield Avenue in a wheelbarrow.
My grandfather won the bet, and fortunately for him, he had the luxury of sitting in a wheelbarrow being pushed down the center of Bloomfield Avenue.
It's quite a success story, I think, when you can take any business into a third generation. We're still at the point now where we're still third generation customers also, maybe even going into fourth generation.
Being the third generation of the Cloverleaf, it's quite exciting. We're the oldest business in Caldwell. It's just fascinating how far it's come, and to think back years ago when the Cloverleaf Tavern didn't serve women, at some points wasn't even that profitable because of the clientele that we had, and has developed into just such a staple of the community, which the development allowed us to give back to the community, contribute to the community, and I think we're still looked at as a place where people can come, feel cozy, feel relaxed, kind of take them away from maybe their daily struggles, or just get them away from life for a minute, kick back, relax, have a great beer, and just enjoy the time while they're here.